Hello, the Pioneer viewers. How are you doing? I hope you're healthy and well. As the Pioneer team, we continue to bring you the developments of the Russian-Ukrainian war in its simplest form. According to the latest reports, there is a calm on the Bakhmut front line compared to the past days. However, the Kherson front line is a front line where are quite active moments today, as every day. Let's say from the beginning of that, the activity on the Donetsk front line has reached an extraordinary level. In this region, Russian troops are carrying out a very critical attack. Of course, these are numerically critical attacks. I cannot say that they are qualitatively critical. If they were qualitatively critical, today we would say that the Ukrainian army has retreated on the Donetsk front line. But despite all the Russian attacks that have been going on for a month, the Ukrainian defense forces are largely holding their positions. So what is the latest situation on the front line? Let's take a look at the developments together. As the Pioneer team, we are making an intense effort to bring you the developments regarding the Russia-Ukraine war. We need your support for this endeavor to be reciprocated. You can use the super thanks button below the video to support my team and me. Thank you all very much in advance for your support. Let's start if you're ready. The Pioneer reports. Let's make a change today and start with the latest situation on the Bakhmut front line. Yes. As you know, Ukrainian army defend Bakhmut for a long time. Then the Wagner troops captured the town. After the withdrawal of the Wagner troops, the Ukrainian troops repulsed most of the inexperienced and unorganized Russian troops from the southern flank of the Bakhmut city center. We will discuss the developments on the southern flank. First, let's look at the situation on the northern flank. We have mentioned several times in our reports here that the Ukrainian troops should concentrate more on the north of the Bakhmut town center. Only a very short time later, reports of the Russian troops' advances north of Bakhmut city center were made public by sources. We know that Russian troops have gained superiority over Ukrainian troops, especially in the direction of Berkhivka. According to the latest reports, the advance of the Russian troops have been halted. Some sources claim that the Ukrainian army has deployed new troops to the region. However, we have not been able to confirm this yet. If it's true, the necessary moves have been made. But if this claim is false, the Ukrainian war leadership is making a big mistake. Ukrainian dominance in this region is very important for the Ukrainian army to maintain the siege of Bakhmut. It is also necessary to protect the positions that the Ukrainian army has gained south of Bakhmut city center. In order to protect these positions, the northern flank must be held. When we look at the southern wing of the Bakhmut city center, we see that the defense units of the Ukrainian army are still strong. Russian troops continue their attacks on the Andriivka and Klishchivka today, but there is no result. Ukrainian defense forces managed to repel the Russian attacks. In addition, the Ukrainian army used artillery to target the main positions of the Russian troops attacking this area. Let's continue by analyzing the latest developments on the Donetsk front line. Let's first look at the Donetsk front line on the map. As you know, there has been a great mobilization of the Russian army here for some time. However, as we mentioned at the beginning of our report, we cannot say that this mobility is a qualified mobility. It seems possible to say that there is a mobility along the entire borderline on the Donetsk front line. According to the latest reports, the Russian army has the advantage of the tactical attack. This is the bitter truth. However, according to many military experts, the strongest defense line of the Ukrainian army is also located in this region. Therefore, we can't say that the struggle here is fierce. When we look at the recent conflict areas, we see that the Russian army, with the support of long-range weapons, carried out attacks near Novomikhailovka, Marinka, near Permomskoye and Severnoye on the southern and northern approaches to Avdiivka and near Stepnoye. Only in the vicinity of Avdiivka and Stepnoye did these attacks bear fruit. But at what cost? We have stated many times that the Russian army uses so-called meat attack in the attacks in the region. However, these attacks come at the price. As we mentioned in our previous reports, the Ukrainian army mostly uses cluster bombs to repel these attacks. These bombs, of course, cause quite deadly damage for the Russian army. It may be the Ukrainian troops are trying to create wider attack opportunities by withdrawing in some areas. If the Ukrainian army is trying to attract the main attack forces of the Russian army here, we can say that this move is logical. However, the reaction of the Ukrainian army when the main Russian attack forces arrives is also very important here. Let's see if the main Russian attack force will come into play and the Ukrainian army will be able to stop it. Ukrainian artillery units are also very active in the region. According to the latest reports, Ukrainian artillery units targeted the positions of the Russian armed forces stations in Alexandrovka and Staromykhailovka, Donetsk, Buryatny, Opydny, Yasenyov-Divitka, and Krasnogorovka village. Let's look at the latest developments in the Wuhldar sector of the Zaporizhia front line. According to the latest reports, the Russian armed forces carried out an offensive in the Staromyorsk area. However, as you can imagine, this offensive failed. Ukrainian defense forces managed to repel the Russian troops. During the day, Russian artillery targeted Volgodratnoye, Yorkhain, Zolotoy, and Niva and Wuhldar, while Ukrainian artillery hit Russian troops in Pryotny, Zavidny Bozhania, Novodonetsk, and Novomyrsk. In the Robotny section of the Zaporizhia front line, Ukrainian troops reportedly attacked in the direction of Kopany, Rivny, Novoprokopivka, and Verbov with artillery support. However, no results were obtained from these attacks. Similarly, Russian troops attacked Ukrainian positions in Lobkov, Pityakhatki, Novoandriivka, Orikhiv, and Robotny. However, the attacks of the Russian troops do not change the demarcation line. Let us also look at the latest developments on the Kherson front line. According to the latest reports, there was a counter-battle in Poima, Pechanovka, and Trinki. As you know, the Ukrainian army has bridgeheads here. Although Russian troops tried to clear Ukrainian positions in this area, they did not succeed. In addition, Ukrainian artillery units in this region operated in a large area, including Alyoshki, Poima, Pechanovka, Podepsepnoe, Kazakh camps, and Krasnogorovka and Deproyani. We can say that the Russian positions in these areas have been considerably weakened. As the pioneer team, we think that the possibility of a border change here in the coming days is quite strong. So what do you think? Do you think the Ukrainian army will regain the initiative on the Bakhmut front line? What kind of method should be used for this? Do you think Ukrainian forces will be able to repel Russian troops on the Donetsk front line? What is your opinion about the current situation on the Kherson front line? Let me know in the comments. I read and care about all your comments.